Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, Jnanapadati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces. As Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana, 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, Trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And Anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase. Ishana Murti as 5 phase. Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase. Agora Murti has 5 phase. Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase. Agora Murti has is 5 phase. Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase. Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase. Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovijian order of Kailasha led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam and Nityananda order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva.
choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nityananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang.
Powerful instruction and technique to go beyond fear. Yesterday I was telling, he was giving us a technique. If you are sensitive to sound, for musicians, poets, for all of them, he was giving technique. Today, he is giving us technique to go beyond fear. If you are caught in fear, if you are suffering continuously with some form of fear, this technique is technique for you. This is technique for you. Just look little deep into you and see, before taking any step in your life, do you see or do you feel a sort of feeling uncomfortable? Because now you are master of your unconscious, you do not allow fear to even open up. Before that itself you know how to suppress. That is why I am saying uncomfortable feeling before starting anything big or new. Because fear suppressed automatically gives you a deep uncomfortable feeling inside the navel center. One more thing, fear and lust, these two are very powerful emotions which can straight away make changes inside your system. Lust, just few seconds are enough. It can change your whole physiology. It can change your whole system. Same way fear, few seconds are enough. Whether you are trying to escape from it or trying to suppress it, it will do its job. If you are feeling uncomfortable before starting anything big, it means practically everybody. This technique is for you. He is giving you the technique to go beyond the fear, to go beyond the negative experiences and feelings which happens inside your navel center. We call that as a churning the stomach. First of all, let us understand the fear, the idea of fear. See, whenever you are afraid of losing something which you have, or afraid of no confidence to achieve something which you want to have, the fight between your potentiality and your negative approach about your future. Understand? I am using too big sentence. Your fight between your possibility. One more thing. If you are sure that you don't have possibility, you don't have potentiality, you will not have fear. Fear is the fight between the faith or belief which you are having that you are capable and the negative idea about your future. It is almost like you fighting with your positive and negative energies. If you are very sure you don't have potentiality, you can't achieve, you won't have fear. If you are very sure you are going to achieve, you won't have fear. If you are very sure you are going to achieve, you won't have fear. If you are very sure you can't achieve, you won't have fear. It is a fight between these two, dilemma. That is what we call fear. Understand? Tantra says beautifully, fear can happen only with what you can comprehend with your logic. You are not afraid that you will not become Bill Gates. No. Are you getting frightened every day that you are not going to become Bill Gates? No. But you are afraid that you will not become like your brother. You are afraid that you will not become somebody who is closer to you, your goal. With Bill Gates you are very clear, you can't become that. But with your immediate goals, you have the possibility. Understand? Possibility creates fear. It means what? Fear is the root of life. Are you afraid that you can't live on the planet Earth more than 300 years? No. But you are always afraid that you may not live more than 70, 80 years. You may have premature death. You are not afraid that you can't live more than 300 years because you know for sure that is too much. Anything you are clear will not create fear. Anything which you think is possible, that creates fear. Possibility creates fear. Fear is part of your life from the same source. Understand? Two ways you can get out of fear. One, by blocking all possibility. Means you can die, there won't be any more fear. Just die, that's all. There won't be any fear. There won't be any fear. Or breaking the boundary of possibilities. If there is infinite possibility, if there is no boundary, there is nothing which limits you, then you can become fearless. Or blocking all possibilities. Just stop, nothing. Nothing is possible. If nothing is possible, you won't have fear. If everything is possible, you won't have fear. Understand? I am trying to express the subtle points of fear. Even though it is little difficult, if you can catch the very catching, very understanding, something will click in you. So many fears can disappear from your being.
Bhagavan gives a powerful cognition how to go beyond the fear. We'll go to Shastra Pramana.
स्वदेहे जगतो वापि सूक्ष्मतराणि च तत्त्वानि यानि निलयं ध्यात्वान्ते व्यज्यते परा.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 54, Dharana 31. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principle of your whole body or the whole universe simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in the source course Sadashiva by the experience of such restful awareness. One becomes complete from all thoughts and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Adi Shakti, is revealed and supreme power manifestation happens. Bhagavan beautifully says how the whole possibility makes us fearful. And if we are dead, we won't have fear. And if we are enlightened, we won't have fear. Only when we are non-enlightened and we think there is a possibility which we can achieve, only that creates a fear of not able to do it in our mind. Such a powerful cognition he gives. We don't get fear that we are not Bill Gates, but if somebody tells us something simple statement of we are something, if somebody says we are not dinosaur, we are dinosaur, we don't get affected. But somebody says we are donkey, then we get affected. Something we relate to ourselves that this is good, this is bad, this is not correct, this is impure, this is pure. All kinds of things. We start getting fear only based on the possibilities in life which we think we have to achieve, and we are stuck. Only in those which we are very confident, we don't have fear. Which we don't know anything, that also doesn't bother us. But we know we can do it, and we don't know, we are stuck in many places. That's where the fear starts. And he says the best thing is to understand how the fear of everything is just our own perception of the world. If we understand all that we perceive is our own projection, if we are not projecting it, it does not exist and we don't have to be worried. The confusion starts from we getting incomplete about the whole thing and say what happens if this happens, and then we start getting into the fear, or it is impossible, how do I live without this, and how do I survive, and I don't have a job, I don't have this. All kinds of fear comes where we lose the responsibility, where we lose the authenticity, and we lose the very core that Paramashiva is going to manifest through us. Bhagavan was very sick in Varanasi, and Shankar Baba, Sadashiva himself came and cured. He only trusted that Paramashiva is my only source and did not have even any fear that nobody is taking me to doctor, will I survive this, what will happen to me, nothing. Shankar Baba simply came in Varanasi and took care of him and healed him completely. Such a possibility, all these yogis understand there's something more which takes care of us and how we exist. It will happen to us and someone will be there to guide us, to feed us, to take care of us. That is why in India we have huge battalion of sadhus who do not depend on working. They know very clearly if they are sick, if they don't have food, something God will provide them with whatever is required as their reality. So the fear is reduced. The Parivrajaka really opens up a different dimension for the person to get beyond this fear of losing something or missing something, and understanding that everything is already happened and everything is taken care in nature by each other very naturally. And that's how the sadhus really live very powerfully, that there is something which is more real than what we think and plan for food and plan for our kith and kin's future and all kinds of things. Something more is there which is already happening as reality. We producing all this does not help much. What it is only going to take care of the reality. In spite of us, Bhagavan says, our life runs. So all that we produce is just our satisfaction, but that is only a myth. But the reality is how the existential reality needs to happen. It's already designed and already enacted. We join the whole thing and experience our part of it and enjoy the whole Leela of Paramashiva. So beautifully it's given here that absorbed in the source by the experience of restful awareness, one becomes complete of all thoughts, and the Devi, simply the universal divine power, Devi manifest as your life. Let's go to the Apta. Seduced by Indra, the king of lords, cursed by her husband for infidelity, and liberated from the curse by Rama, the incarnation of Vishnu. Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana is this Leela of Bhagavan. He beautifully narrates, pain entered into my system as a pattern long, long before. Once upon a time, everything was well for you in the cozy warm bed of water. It was safe in your mother's womb. And how he understood the pain was his light experience, which he has to unclutch from it when he had the enlightened experience. Life is dangerous, you are unsafe, is the first thing you learn. Please listen. This is the last pattern I broke before even for an incarnation who continuously landed in the body, consciously landed in the body. I had slight memory of this pain, so I am 100% sure this is the strongest pattern you all are carrying in your life. I do not know anything called pain. Even for me, the memory of the birth pain was there. I had to cut that to become enlightened. Bhagavan beautifully narrates how the pain pattern is a deep-rooted pattern which we have to break. Now let's go to Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramana are the devotees, disciples all over the world initiated by Bhagavan into the power of body scanning. And here we can see a devotee who's been scanned and given all the root pattern influences for her to get healed.
Literally, I bet in your life you will see a lot of things that's different, because the way Swamiji has made you understand about yourself, of course, now that you're here, you've asked yourself back, oh, do I actually really want the relationship I have right now? This gateway actually opens when you understand more about yourself. Most of the time, society actually teaches us how to understand the outside, then only the inside. But over here, you've been blessed to understand you first. Then you manifest whatever you have outside. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be scanning you with the Shakti of mind reading. Okay. I'm going to be revealing a few cognitions in which you're caring about yourself. And I'll also tie it down to who it is that you are manifesting, the type of people you're manifesting in your life, and how you'd like to actually, alter or change it and get it aligned to the best part of you. Okay.
Oh, great.
Yes. So now I'm going to be sharing with you what the third eye revealed. One thing the third eye revealed was a memory of when you were a very small child, almost at the age of 6 years old. I saw you in a dress, okay? It was like a fluffy frilled dress, and you were sort of dancing, almost like dancing, and you were sort of expressing yourself.
Wow.
But in that whole memory, one thing that I saw, the cognition you carried was, you were so busy showing what is it you could do, but did not understand what you are, the strength of what you are. You were still thinking, let me find myself to how others respond to me. You were not, how to say this, it is not more attention driven, it was more of a cry in which you want yourself to be, oh wow, this is exactly what I'm made of. This is my strength. This is what I am. And this is who I know I'm going to be and what I'm going to be for myself. There was a particular part of this memory in which it got hurt. Nobody was actually responding to you the way you expected. And I saw that this was with family members especially, pertaining to your mother. So your mother was actually a very supportive person. However, at that particular time, you wanted to actually stabilize yourself in knowing what you know of as best, so you could secure yourself there. However, because of that, nowadays, whenever you manifest a relationship, whether it's a career, it will always be a career in a form of, let me get down to what is it I know of, and I want to see whether my creative is going to inspire others. I think if you look at your career path, it's always more of, let me share my ideas. Even the sharing of your ideas came from the moment of when you were unsure about yourself. Not because you're sure. When you get your third eye initiated when you come to Swamiji, you'll just see, because you'll be the energy in which you experience, hey, let me take a conscious decision that I am Paramashiva. Let me manifest all my relationship, my life, my career in this way. Instead of, I don't know who I am, but I'm going to be really confident and see where life takes me to. Both ends manifest different realities. So I would like you to share what the third eye actually revealed. Were you able to connect with it?
Yeah, first of all, it was beautiful looking at you during that exercise.
I could feel so much energy coming off of you, and it was interesting how your eyes really got very watery, and everything you're saying makes sense. I can feel my inner space opening as you're talking, and just the shifts I've been having here in Adi Kailash, it really lines up with what you're saying and the breakthroughs I've been having here. And yeah, I was always in a big frilly dress dancing ballet when I was 6 years old.
Oh,
and my mom
great.
would always take me there. So yeah,
So you're able to relate to the cognition?
definitely.
So beautifully analyzed her road pattern, and she was able to connect to it definitely.
Prataksha Pramana. Scientific studies, what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. Healing visible on brain activity. On April of 2005, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam met with Dr. William Collins, a leading researcher and neurofeedback specialist in St. Louis, USA. He requested to study the brain activity of Swamiji along with that of a patient at the time he was healing the latter. The patient was injured in a car accident 10 years earlier and consequently suffered from affected nerves. The world is not going to believe this, exclaimed Dr. Collins, at seeing the outstanding observations recorded. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 1, an introduction, page 60 and 61, paragraph title, During Healing. Now, we will watch a video presenting the scientific research and discovered phenomena on Swamiji during the healing meditation and enlightenment.
Like most enlightened masters, one of the unique gifts that Nityananda has to offer to humanity is healing, called as Nitya spiritual healing. Nitya spiritual healing has been baffling the medical world, healing people from migraine to cancer. He has personally touched and healed thousands of people all over the world. Nityananda participates and encourages scientific researchers to derive evidences for meditation and healing through meditation. Research has been done on the brainwave patterns, heart rate variability, and skin conductance level tests when Nityananda was healing. The heart rate variability analysis is a useful tool to explore energetic transactions between two subjects. As shown in the graph, shifts in the power spectra signal were recorded in the receiving volunteer during healing by Swamiji, and also when Swamiji was sending healing energy into the room, not specifically directed to any subject. The skin conductance level is a measure of skin conductance to electricity. Sensors were fitted to the fingertips of Swamiji, and during healing, sudden increase in skin conductance level was observed as Swamiji is running energy to deliver during healing. Both heart rate variability and skin conductance level showed that during healing there is increased level of sympathetic autonomic nervous system activity as the energy is focused for healing.
Setting up the things required for the body scanning. Camera with timestamp, Jnananjan, a pencil and paper for the partner and yourself. Let's set up the camera. Please explain to the partner what exactly we'll be doing. Make them sit comfortably and explain to them. Download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure that time is shown on the screen vividly and clearly. Make sure the camera is facing you and the partner. Make sure the camera is in a clear place with a bright place and a very clear sound. No background sound is heard. Make sure the camera is facing in a wide angle view. These moments are extremely beautiful moments. Don't miss to video record them. Guidelines: turn on the video recording, apply the Jnananjan on third eye, bring the awareness to third eye, analyze your partner's root pattern, and give a breakthrough so that they can walk out of their health concern as seen through your third eye. Verify with the partner the health condition has healed, then you have manifested. If you are feeling only the Kundalini energy and you got to see some changes in their partner's life, then you started manifesting. Please go ahead and share and celebrate whatever changes that you're bringing in the other person. Simply, you will start seeing more and more clarity and more power manifestation and healing happens through you. Verify the video with the partner's concern. Share it with your family, friends, and the world with powerful cognition. Listen to others' experience and videos on the power manifestation of body scanning and root pattern analysis for more entanglement.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed
through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just on jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space, is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because her space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, That is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nityananda. Nityananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength. now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam.
नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivam.
Verification process. Verify that no video editing is done on Shakti Avishkarana videos. Verify video is not stopped or started during the process. All videos have timestamp and wide angle view. No clues or hints are given before. No Bluetooth or gadgets during the power manifestation. If you like to use Aushadha, Yantra, Kavi, banyan leaf, or mirror, or Paramashiva Shila, which is granite slab, please do so. Apply the Jnananjan on them and you can see through the third eye to find out their root pattern to give them a beautiful healing. Authentically verify if the health condition has improved for your partner and they got relieved from their past patterns. Do not tamper the date or details when you're manifesting these powers. Make sure the power manifestation is very authentically done. And thank you for participating in the power manifestation of root pattern cognition shift for the health condition. Thank you.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. and sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Parameshivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnanapaddhati, Nityananda Jnanapaddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham